I bought my own house at 29. Then my mom told me to move into the guest room so my brother and his new wife could have it. I said no. She brought it up again at Sunday dinner in front of the whole family. Then my stepfather put his fork down, and what he said shut the table silent. I saved for 7 years. Every paycheck from the time I was 22, I put money away. I worked as a project coordinator during the week and picked up weekend shifts doing estimates for a buddy's renovation company. I drove a truck with no air conditioning for 6 years so I could save every dollar. At 29, I closed on a 3-bedroom house 15 minutes from town. The day I got the keys, I sat on the front porch for an hour just looking at the yard. Nobody handed me anything. My mom, Darlene, married my stepfather, Glenn, when I was 14. Glenn's a quiet guy, works at a machine shop, never been the type to give speeches. He showed up, he worked, he came home, he treated me and my brother like we were his own, but he did it with actions, not words. He fixed my truck junior year, taught me how to lay tile, never once called himself our dad, but never acted like he wasn't. My brother Wyatt is 26, got married in June to a woman named Kendra. She's the kind of person who walks into someone else's house and talks about what she'd change. A week after the wedding, they moved into my mom's house because their lease was up. My mom gave them the guest room. That lasted 3 days before Kendra started complaining. Too small, shared bathroom. My mom's solution was to call me. Your brother and Kendra need more room. Since you just bought your house and you're over there by yourself, why don't you let them stay at your place for a while? You can stay in the guest room here, the guest room, the room Kendra had just rejected because it wasn't good enough. My mom wanted me to move out of the house I spent 7 years saving for and into the room my brother's wife wouldn't sleep in. I said, Mom, I just bought that house with my money, from my savings. She said, I know that, but Wyatt's your brother. He just got married. They need a good start. You're single. You don't need 3 bedrooms. I don't need 3 bedrooms right now, but I earned them. She called me selfish, said Wyatt would do the same for me. He wouldn't. Wyatt has never done anything for anyone that didn't benefit him directly. When I was moving into my house and needed help carrying furniture, he said he was busy. He was playing video games. I told my mom no and thought that was the end of it. It wasn't. She brought it up at Sunday dinner. The whole family was there. My mom, Glenn, Wyatt, Kendra. Halfway through the meal, my mom said, I still think the smartest thing would be for you to let Wyatt and Kendra use your house while they save up. She said it casually, like suggesting a restaurant. Kendra nodded. It would really help us out. We'd take care of it. Wyatt didn't say anything. He just sat there letting his wife and mother lobby for my house while he ate his potatoes. I put my fork down. I'm not giving up my house. I worked for 7 years. I earned every square foot. The answer is no. My mom's face tightened. She opened her mouth to argue, then Glenn put his fork down. Glenn never speaks at dinner. He never gets involved. He eats, he listens, he goes back to the garage. But that night he looked at my mother and said, Darlene, stop. The table went silent. That boy worked since he was 22 years old to buy that house. He didn't ask anyone for help. He didn't complain. He drove a truck with no air conditioning for 6 years so he could save every dollar. And now you're sitting here telling him to hand it over because his brother's wife doesn't like the guest room. My mom stared at him. I'm just trying to help Wyatt. No, you're trying to take from one son to give to another, and it's wrong. He looked at Wyatt. You're 26. You just got married. If you want a house, do what your brother did. Work for it. Save for it. Earn it. Don't sit at this table and let your mother ask for someone else's. Wyatt looked at his plate. Kendra's face went red. My mom opened her mouth and Glenn said one more thing. If I hear this come up again, I'll be upset. And you know I don't get upset often. That was it. He picked up his fork and went back to eating. If this story hit you the way it hit me, just tap that subscribe button right below this video. I've got more coming. Nobody said another word about my house. Not that night, not the next week, not since. Wyatt and Kendra found an apartment 2 weeks later. Glenn called me the next morning. Didn't mention dinner, just asked if I needed help installing the kitchen cabinets. That's Glenn. He doesn't talk about it. He just shows up.